schools don't teach the revolution.
Yeah, 'cause
so
you guys
I was
suck.
like 15 before I realized that you guys were a part of us.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god, PB!
No wonder why they're so
They don't even teach
stupid
the
over there.
Revolutionary War.
Yeah, we
They
teach.
just like
we
let
learn
all
the
of the British young people be like, yeah, we're totally still part of England.
No, we just didn't realize you were ever part of us. We just thought you were always a separate country.
Is that why whenever I was on Xbox a long time ago talking shit to the Brits, they'd say stupid stuff and I'd be like, hey, you guys suck. But they didn't really understand what was happening because they didn't even know.
We learned about your civil war, but not the revolution.
What? What?
Well, because the Civil
seems
War
weird.
tied into racism as a whole subject, so we learned about that.
And the Revolutionary War ties into literally your country.
Yeah.
This sounds like fake history.
Yeah,
It
but
is
you
fake
know,
history.
we don't care, Mash. We care, but we don't care.
It sounds like you guys are still bitter about the Revolutionary War.
I feel like
I
you
think
are.
we are. I think
Yeah,
we
y'all
are.
upset about that tea?
Yeah,
Well,
they're still
yeah.
About that
upset about
tea.
the tea. Those fucking Americans.
They
We're never gonna
wasted
teach the Revolutionary
so much
War.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Sounds accurate.
Maybe it was really good tea.
It was.
I hope so. We just dumped
It
it.
was that good China shit.
Mm-hmm. That the British laid claim to. They're like, this is our tea. And the Chinese are like, well.
And they said, this is our tea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys came here for RP? Well,
I
Welcome
can't
to
Let's
RP
get into
anymore.
RP mode.
welcome to History Talk. And
You guys ready?
silence.
Yeah, I've been to
Is
Abraham
everyone
Lincoln's
here?
house, so be jealous.
That's
What?
cool. Actually, I think I've been there too, but I was really young.
Doubt it.
I was on a road trip.
Who road trips to Abraham Lincoln's house?
No, it was just on the way to Florida.
You road trip to Florida?
Yeah.
Mm.
That was like, what, 25 hours?
Yeah, I don't remember. I was like 8.
Okay. Enough with the histories and the
Is everyone here
geographies, and
then?
now for the futuries. Is everyone
Yep.
here?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Russ?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, we're good.
Previously on Degenesis, the party left the Anabaptist fortress of Castra, now headed for the famous Anabaptist cloister of Lucator. Their plan was to deliver some cargo to the Anabaptists in return for fuel, and then head down to Pompeii to find an old Paler map. On their journey, they found a dead chronicler by the side of the road. Aegon and William went to investigate, at which point Aegon confronted William about the cargo. The Anabaptist cargo was burn, an illegal substance. Meanwhile, Delilah donned the chronicler's outfit as a disguise, naming herself Pixel. The players arrived in Lucator, where they discovered that there was no room in the inn, named the Bleeding Ram. They were directed to the almshouse, only to be turned away due to the arrival of Flare missionaries. They were taken to the Commission House, a large, nicely kept building ran by Dana. They rested for the night, but in the early morning, William arose to deliver the cargo personally to the Anabaptist Abacus, the one who requested it. Aegon, Delilah, and Saren followed. Abacus promised to get William the payment of fuel from the Helvetics within 2 days. After William had left, Delilah broke in and knocked Abacus unconscious. She let Aegon and Saren in, and they tied him up and questioned him. Aegon discovered Abacus's notebook, which detailed complex experiments using burn. During the questioning, Abacus revealed that the war summit would determine whether the Anabaptists would go to war against the marching Jehemedans. He also revealed that the burn was used to create the Elysian oils, used to enhance the natural abilities of the Jehemedans. That's a fuck up. I'm just reading a script that I wrote. It doesn't enhance the abilities of the Jehemedans, it enhances the abilities of the Anabaptists. The trio left and returned to the Commission House. Heyo, I fucked up right at the end.
Good job.
And that's it. Thank you.
Started all over.
What'd you
but
say?
With the right shit.
I refuse.
Let's kick some buns here, Squadron.
You're sleeping.
Yeah, but I can still sense it.
The buns?
Yep.
Last time we
yeah.
left, it was like 6:30 in the morning. Aegon had gone back to bed, but Delilah, Saren, and William were having breakfast. Do you guys stay there for a couple of hours, or do you go back to your rooms after a while?
I would probably go back to my room eventually
Okay.
if no one
Same.
else shows up.
What about you, Saren?
Yeah, me too.
Okay. After about half an hour, you hear the front door being knocked on. Dana answers it, but nothing else particularly of note. 2 hours later, though, you all awake to the sound of a horn.
This is where the plot goes sideways because we fucked up.
You didn't fuck up. There's no mention of the fuck up in the previously.
We fucked up.
Yeah, you hear this low, bassy horn blow. Sounds not like a military one so much as almost a sorrowful one you might hear at the beginning of a funeral.
Great.
It's also coming from Lucator, naturally, echoing out across the valley.
I get up. And I wake Kara up. I say, get up.
Huh? I roll over.
I pick her up and drop her on her feet.
What?
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
That means something is wrong, most likely.
Where's everyone else?
I don't know, sleeping probably.
I start walking towards the door, super groggy. Rubbing
Did we
my
all
eyes.
wake up at that?
You all heard it, yeah. And it's repeating, it's not just one blow. Oh shit, I completely forgot about music.
I mean,
yeah,
there's some
music.
music playing on the music thing.
Okay. I will
I
connect
forgot about
and
music too. It was
choose the
silent.
music, though.
It's very intense.
It is.
It probably should not be.
We're
Don't
in
be scared,
battle.
it's the wrong music.
We're about to die.
My killer instinct is kicking in.
Am I good to
Kill
connect,
stealing
Russ?
instinct.
Yeah. Time to murder. Oh, I came down the wrong set of stairs.
Russ, am I good to connect?
Yeah.
Oh, this is really intense.
I'm sorry, I'm connecting as fast as I can. Da. Okay. After that debacle, yeah. So you guys start leaving your rooms. Dana is walking towards the front door as you guys come down the stairs.
Who's Dana again?
She's the person who runs and looks after the commission house. She's
Oh, yeah. She's
essentially
our
a servant for
servant.
you guys while you stay here.
Okay.
I still have my chronicler outfit on.
Noted. Everyone else coming downstairs as well?
I guess.
Downstairs.
Yes.
If any of you glimpse out of the windows on your way down, you notice that everyone from this side of town seems to be milling in towards the center of town. And when I say everyone, I mean hundreds of people on the streets.
Oh, jeez.
In these streets.
What's going on?
You're saying that to Dana?
Mm-hmm.
It's the Horn of Sorrow. Someone's died.
Oh.
Someone important or just someone?
Yeah, someone important.
Can I have stew, please?
She ignores you as she walks outside.
Oh, what a bitch.
Just go grab a stew yourself.
Okay. Is this
Does
locked?
everyone follow her?
No, there's no door.
Nothing is locked.
I'm
gonna-
gonna follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow too.
I will too follow.
And I guess Kara stays behind to make herself stew.
Yeah.
As you start following the crowd, it becomes apparent that you're gonna have to push past people. Do you start to do so?
I walk back in.
Okay.
I
I mean, if you want to get to the front, you can obviously stay at the back.
don't want to get to the front, but I want to push up enough to see what's going on.
Yeah.
That's no problem. You don't need to roll for this. It's not too difficult.
I'm Assassin's Creeding my way through the crowd.
Nice. Just give me 1 second.
Also, give me 1 second. I have to go grab pizza.
I will not give her that second.
Please, I'll be right back.
Go, run!
Classic MASH.
If
I
you
walk.
guys... Okay, go ahead.
I walk to Kara. Hey, you want to make me some of that?
Yeah, I'm making enough. I'm so hungry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you sleep?
What about you?
Eh.
Beds were kind of lumpy.
There's too many people outside. I didn't feel like, dealing with that, so.
Well, I doubt we know who ever died. I feel like
Well,
it's intruding.
hopefully. I mean, I guess it's important. They're gonna wake up the whole fucking city.
Yeah, it's important to them at least.
Do you guys, who are currently working your way through the crowd, want to roll instinct plus perception to listen to people talking as you walk?
Sure.
Aegon, as you're walking by, you hear whispers of people saying things like,
I'm back.
welcome back.
Thank you.
Who
I ran as
died?
fast as I could.
What's happening? Children crying, asking questions to their parents. You distinctly also hear, and Mallek, Zarin, you don't hear this. It's the Baptist. The Baptist is dead.
Would I have any idea who that is? Is it related?
You can roll. You can roll, what would it be? Not, well, I guess, yeah, Legends works. You can roll Legends to determine who he is. You know, not necessarily who the Baptist is, but the Baptist as a title is, like, the leaders of the Anabaptist cult. There's multiple, but if I remember correctly, I want to say there's 6 of them. I'll double check that, but yeah, there's not many. And one of them was living here, and they're now dead.
Okay. It's pretty weird.
8 Baptists in total. Now 7.
Can we hear what's happening up front from, like, back here?
He looks like he's about to make a speech, but there's a lot of rumbling from people talking. Everybody, says the man on the stage. What you've heard is true. Today is a dark day. Our great leader, the Baptist Altair, is dead. Found killed outside his stable this morning. Now is a time for mourning. It's true. But it's also a time for me to establish something for you all. Until further notice, no one may enter the cloister or pray in the great chapel, he says, pointing to the cloister on the hill. No one may leave Lucator without permission from the city guard. No audience will be had with the governor or the emissary. And the water towers, he says, pointing off to the water towers in the distance, are off limits. Ascetics will dispense water until the basins have been cleaned and ritually consecrated. And only the most necessary transactions are to be made. Finally, I know that many of you will be looking for prayers, for guidance. But my final order is that no one is to have any sermons on the streets. Keep them to the churches. As he speaks, women fall to their knees and cry in desperation, while men stare emptily into the air, comprehending the gravity of the situation. Not everyone here is an Anabaptist, but you get the sense that this man was beloved by all. The man on the stage walks off, followed by a troop of Anabaptist guards. What would you like to do?
Well, that's a bit of a pain. We need to get out of the city.
I forget, were we on any specific timetable now that we were heading back?
Not really, other than you're waiting for the fuel to be delivered for the car.
Saren also told us, like, we could go get the girl and, like, we were gonna go to Pompeii or whatever. I don't know. Are we still set on, like, did we decide if we were going straight back to Justinian or...
Well, I think because we found Saren, and Saren said that if we go to Pompeii and get the Paler map and take it back to the guy who has the girl, then he'll give us the girl, and then we can go back to Justinian.
Yeah, did we decide that's what we were doing?
I think so?
It's so hard to remember. It's been
I
so
know.
long.
That was my understanding of the situation, was you had agreed to head to Pompeii.
Okay.
Yeah,
and so
because
you
we
were
were
getting
waiting for gas to get to Pompeii, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And the guy said that no one can leave the city without permission from the guards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we need to talk to the guards. If the only way we can get out of here is through them, then we have to talk to them.
Or send our ambassador to do it.
Probably a better idea than me going.
Aegon spins on his heels and heads back towards the commission house.
I'll follow.
Same.
What about you, William?
Yeah. I'll follow.
So if you look at your handout, which has the map of Lucator, you are at the People's Plaza, which is number 7. And number 1 is the Commission House. As you're heading past number 2, the Exchange, you distinctly hear a drunken orgiastic loudly ranting about the governor, Ennio Benesato. He shouts, "The horny old man has had his brains fucked out and wants to hand over Lucator to the White Wolf of Bergamo." And he throws his bottle vaguely in the direction of you guys, and then shouts, "Murderer."
Would we understand anything that he's talking about? Like what it means?
You already before realized that Benesato was the name of a family that owns Lucator. They are clanners essentially, but Altair was a Benesato as well as an Anabaptist. As for the White Wolf of Bergamo, you would have to roll charisma plus leadership to discern what that means.
Oh.
You have no idea. You have no idea either, Aegon.
I don't even stand a chance.
I guess I would just ignore him and keep going.
As you are walking past, a woman comes running out from behind her stall, pushes past you, William, or tries to push past you, while trying to take off her shoes. She throws one of them at the drunken guard and shouts, "Good that he is still here at least, or should we let ourselves be led by the Iron Emissary? Altair's wife is married to the cross rather than to the village." And she then throws her other shoe at the drunken orgiastic. 2 guardsmen come running to try and defuse the situation.
I feel like Delilah doesn't have context to understand what they're really talking about. Like, I don't know what the Iron Legion or whatever is, so
That's fair enough.
she just keeps going.
Aegon will crane his head over towards William to see how he's reacting to all of this.
William shrugs.
That he'll keep walking.
Me too.
Okay, you guys arrive back at the commission house. You can vaguely hear the sound of people in the kitchen.
And Dana's not back, right?
She is not, no.
Okay. I'm gonna go into the kitchen.
Hey, what's happening out there?
Their leader, Altair, was killed. Everyone's freaking out. They've locked down the city. We can't leave unless we get permission from the guards.
Oh. Permission? How hard do you think that is?
I don't know. I mean, sending William might help.
Oh, good idea. Well, it's not like we did anything, so I don't think we have anything to worry about.
That's true. We should be fine. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if they try and pin suspicion on us. Maybe not William, but the rest of us.
Why would they do that?
We're outsiders. We don't belong here, and it's obvious. We show up in town one day, and their leader is killed in the streets the next.
Well, we'll just have to see what happens and deal with it as it happens.
I'm just worried it could get bad for us.
Don't worry, little bird. Everything will be fine. And I shove a bowl of stew into Sokka's hands, and I go out to sit down.
Nice.
Okay, anything else you guys want to do?
We don't have a lot of time, do we? To William.
Before they come and start questioning us?
We not?
I wouldn't doubt it.
How long before the fuel arrives, do you know?
I think he said 2 days?
2 days, yeah.
I feel like we don't have 2 days. We weren't involved, but
Days. We got all kind of days.
even if we weren't involved, and we weren't, once they get started questioning, it's going to be hard to get away.
They don't have anything on us.
They might not need anything on us.
So it's either stick
Especially-
around and wait to get questioned, where we can prove our innocence, or we will be made guilty, as you were implying, or we can try to escape, and if they catch us, they'll know we're trying to hide something.
I don't think we did anything wrong, and I think we should stay and wait.
If they find out that I'm not a chronicler, I feel like that might as well be guilt in their eyes.
Maybe. But they might also understand that you were just trying to be safe.
I guess it's possible. But they have an inn called the Bleeding Ram.
Yeah. It's not too welcoming, I guess.
I'd just rather leave as soon as possible.
I'm just so worried about getting caught, especially since the city is locked down. They're going to be looking, especially hard for people who are suspicious, and I feel like trying to escape the city is pretty suspicious. We're in a pretty difficult situation.
It doesn't seem like this came out of nowhere. The display in the street indicated that turmoil has been building for probably weeks. This place is a powder keg.
And whoever was responsible for it is going to be wanting to shift blame wherever else they can. Who's an easy target?
We can't be the only outsiders, like, in the city, though. Can we?
She just shrugs.
To William again. Who in your politics would benefit the most from the loss of the leader?
Well, probably the Jehedimans.
Also, Russ, you would know that, for one, the Benesato family would, in theory, potentially get power from this.
The Benesato family would get power from this.
And also potentially any power-hungry Anabaptist who could be in the lineup to become the next Baptist.
And potentially
someone has to stand up.
Anabaptists.
I wonder if the War Summit is still going to happen today.
Everyone roll perception.
Oh.
Oh my
wow.
God.
Wow. Holy
I did
shit.
pretty well.
Yep.
That was impressive.
That was trash. Holy shit.
I don't think it gets any worse.
Like, look at how fucking... You got all fucking failures, and then he got 1-4. What the fuck?
Roll 20
Because roll 20 is roll trash.
immaculate.
That's ridiculous.
I wonder if there's like a secret setting I don't know about to do with like dice and like how nice they are to
Shitty
people.
dice.
Did you hit the don't fuck your players button?
There's a button for that?
There
Oh,
is.
shit.
It's called don't use roll 20.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, if
You don't want your
oh
players
shit,
getting
I
fucked.
pressed the wrong button. I accidentally left roll 20.
Whoa.
PB, do you have a
Sorry,
link
I'm
to
away.
my character sheet by chance?
I do, yeah. Do you want it in Mumble?
Yeah, it's fine.
There you go. I mean, if you guys want, we can load up Tabletop Simulator and use that just for the dice rolls.
Nah,
Eh.
that's too much work. Stick with the shitty rolls.
I'd rather use the paper mache dice I made so I can roll dice with you guys during podcast time.
You were
Oh.
ridiculous. You did not do that.
Okay.
He spent hours laboring over these paper mache dice.
Yep.
He wants to roll dice too.
He has
You gotta
an
make
Etsy
sure they're
shop
balanced,
now.
though.
He thought he was really good at it. Opened up an Etsy
Yeah.
shop.
I haven't gotten any orders yet.
Imagine that.
It's gonna be really sad when you go to balance them, though, and you stick them in water to see if they float or sink, and they just fall apart. These paper mache
They
dice just crumble.
They just disintegrate.
You have to put
As-
a disclaimer. Sorry.
It's alright.
Nope.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say you gotta
Nope,
put a
not it.
disclaimer on your Etsy descriptions, like, disclaimer: don't stick in water; they will disintegrate. These are not balanced.
Oh my god.
As soon as Delilah mentions about the War Summit, both Kara and William notice on the fireplace there's an opened letter just sat on the top of it. It wasn't there before. It might have been here this morning, but not when you guys had breakfast. William, Sarah, and Aegon, and Delilah.
Well, I go over to the letter. And I pick it up.
Basically, it is addressed to whom it may concern, and was presumably delivered to Dana. And it says, "I'm to understand that you have an Anabaptist staying with you during this time, and yes, to the players, who is staying with you at this time, and it may be important to him to know that Altair has ordered the delay of the War Commission for 24 hours. War Summit, not War Commission. I'm all over the place tonight.
And I bring the letter over to the table and I set it down and I said this was on the fireplace.
I read it.
What does it say?
It says Altair delayed the War Summit for 24 hours.
Presumably before he was assassinated.
Presumably. Unless someone forged it after they killed him. But assuming it was him, why would he delay it?
Maybe someone was threatening him.
Cold feet. Out of character, what do we know as the players about his political stance? I don't quite remember.
Well, we know because we were talking to Abacus before,
Mhm.
You murdered him.
Hey, people don't know that.
Dude, he's fucking dead.
What?
No, that is not true.
Well, when we were talking to Abacus, he was saying that Altair doesn't want a war, right?
Correct.
Okay. So people who do want a war would probably be okay with murdering Altair to get the war.
Yeah, I would assume so. Wait, this
Why
is
the
out of
delay?
character.
Yeah,
Okay, just making sure.
I mean, he might have delayed it to try and convince more Anabaptists that it's a bad idea to go to war.
well, isn't that the point of the War Summit? Like, isn't that where they were supposed to talk all that out?
Well, yeah, but that's like,
Official.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's like saying the
Endgame.
UN meeting is the only place where
that's fair.
people talk about, politics and stuff. Like, they're going to be talking to each other outside of that. That's just the official meeting.
What if they wanted him out because they didn't agree with what he was going to stand for at the War Summit, and delayed it a day so that they can get who they want in power?
Altair is the one who, well, presumably.
If that's not a forgery.
Yeah, it could be.
So his wife, what did that drunk guy say? Or the lady who was throwing shit at him? His wife is married to something?
Let me just read my script back again.
Page 24.
Or should we let ourselves be led by the Iron Emissary? Altair's wife is married to the Cross rather than to the village.
So she's an Anabaptist. Right, because he was originally the family, and then she was Anabaptist, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, if Altair is killed, his family potentially stands to gain. But the Anabaptists who want war also potentially stand to gain because he was kind of standing in the way of that. Hmm.
Who controls the mail?
Like, who delivers it?
Yeah, that was in character, Aegon asking.
Yeah. I don't know.
Does it have a seal? Aegon steps around the pillar.
Does it have a seal?
It does, yeah.
I just hand him the letter.
Broken cross.
The letter was open when we found it, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yes.
For anyone who was awake before the horn blowed, you heard the door get knocked on about half an hour before the horn started to blow. So you'd guess that was probably when the delivery happened.
Do we know, like, the typical turnaround before, like, of, like, a letter getting to whoever delivers it and them delivering it? Like, would we know that?
You would be able to take an educated guess, maybe, but you wouldn't know.
So, I mean, it could be, like, that was written the day before and not, like, an hour before.
Even so, it could still have been forged.
True.
We don't know when he was killed.
They... Didn't they? Well, they say it said it was found this morning.
He was found this morning at his stables.
Correct.
Implying that it happened at some point between sunset and sunrise.
Suddenly, the doors open. And in comes Dana. She looks like she's been crying. She doesn't seem to pay attention to any of you and starts to head towards her bedroom.
I figured some of the women would say something.
Maybe she's close to what happened. Like, she's part of a family or something. She just seems kind of connected to whatever happened.
I don't know, everyone was really upset. Like, people falling to their knees, children crying.
Well, how loved was this man?
Apparently a lot.
Is
It's a
there
big
any
deal.
more stew?
Oh yeah, there's a little bit left back there.
Aegon disappears into the kitchen.
To get to the kitchen, you have to walk through her room, and you notice that she sat in her bed, still basically quietly sobbing to herself.
He fills a bowl. I assume there's one. Clean
Mhm.
one,
Sure.
and the appropriate silverware to go with it. They'll grab it and they'll take it to Dana.
She looks up only as you're like a foot away from her. She doesn't say anything, though, when she looks up.
He extends the bowl.
She slowly takes it, her hand shaking slightly. Thank you.
You knew him.
As much as anyone here. She takes a sip from her spoon.
My condolences.
Thank you.
He heads back to the group. Lowers his voice. Actually, can I roll a a perception to see how guarded she was with that statement?
Sure. Roll me instinct plus empathy. Not guarded at all. She freely gave it up.
Lowers his voice. I don't think she's involved.
What, in the murder?
I don't think she would be privy to more information than anyone else here.
So who do we go to for information? William?
I don't know.
Perhaps the cloister, but you're not allowed to visit the cloister due to the decree of Lucio. You're also not allowed to visit the governor, so it seems like at the moment at least, your options are fairly limited.
I say that.
So we're just stuck here until they decide to reopen the city?
Unless we figure out what's going on ourselves, or figure a way out of here.
We can always ask citizens.
Should it come down to it, we could use that as a bargaining chip. Prove our innocence by finding the murderer.
I feel like that's going to require a lot of work.
We're a neutral party, mostly. He glances at Delilah. It may be our only shot, depending on how the questioning goes.
So for now, do we just wait to be questioned?
Unless anyone has a better idea.
I'm fine with that, to be honest.
I want to go look at the stables where they found him.
It's probably heavily guarded. And could attract more suspicion to us than entirely necessary.
Is a murderer going to return to their place of murder?
It's possible. He may or may not be speaking from experience.
As a certified murderer, I can attest to the fact that you may go back to your murder spot just feel like if we're possibly offering our services to solving this murder, I feel like we need to have a bargaining chip when we do that. Like, we need to have information that the guards don't have already. We need to figure out something that might possibly be going on, a lead or something, to make our help valuable at all. Otherwise, what reason do they have to care about our offer?
The politics here are volatile at best. Having a third party, non-partisan, may be useful. Welcome, even.
The Anabaptists don't trust any of our people. And that's not even considering the fact that I'm not actually a chronicler.
They trust him.
Well, sure, but would the clanners, the family who owns this town, would they want him involved? William's Anabaptist. He has no loyalty to clanners. We have no loyalty to Anabaptists or to clanners.
They own the town, but who owns the guard?
Who does own the guard, actually, BB? Are they all
House
Anabaptists?
Benesato owns the guard, but there's more Anabaptists in the cloister than there are Benesato guards. So, in theory, the Anabaptists could easily take control if they wanted to, like full control.
Okay.
So if we were to take the initiative here, we could target the Anabaptists at the cloister, convince them to seize control of the investigation, then offer our services as a non-partisan detective
Why would we
group.
bother doing that, though? Why even ally ourselves with the Anabaptists in the first place?
Because we're stuck here.
Right, and the Benesato control the city.
And I think you got under the assumption that there might be someone after us.
Why would there be someone after us? Unless they're trying to pin the murder on us. And as far as I can tell, either side could have been responsible for the murder.
So we wait.
If that's what everyone wants to do. But I'm not sitting around here.
I definitely am. I mean, do you think we have any reason to worry?
Yes.
Well, maybe some of you should try to escape. But I feel like we can stay. If you're okay with it, Sokka.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes my job easier.
Okay, you guys gonna stay at the house then, or?
I'm going to the bar. Or the
Yeah,
inn
yeah.
or tavern or
Yeah.
whatever.
Gotcha. Anyone else?
I'm content with knowing I did nothing wrong, so I'm just gonna hang out at the place we were staying at.
Does Delilah announce where she's going, or just that she's going?
I would probably, like, once we finish up this conversation, I'd probably just stand up and say I'm going out.
Wait, how old is Delilah?
17?
God, I feel like you can get away with something because you're so young.
I'm going out, Mom. I'll be back later.
Okay.
I'm just gonna hang out with my friend Tommy.
Dinner's
Slam
in half an
store.
hour.
Not dressed like that, you're not.
You're not hanging out with Tommy like that.
It's Tony.
Oh God, even worse.
Not Tony. He's a narc.
You know your dad hates Tony.
Dad just doesn't understand him.
He loves me for who I am.
We're soulmates.
I love him.
I'm in love with him.
You arrive at the Bleeding Ram.
Oh, but yeah, if pressed, like if anyone had asked Delilah where she's going, she would have told him. So if anyone wants to come with.
Is that I remember how many tokens there are here and I don't want to be alone anymore?
Hmm?
Was that I just realized how many tokens are here and I don't want to be alone anymore?
No, it's just because Snake was asking, and like she's not trying to sneak out or anything. It's just she's just going to the bar.
Aegon would have questioned the out thing.
Yeah, so she would have told him.
So anyone going with Pixel?
Yeah. Aegon will join.
Anyone else?
Negatory.
As you two open the door, the atmosphere is quiet, despite how packed it is. Yesterday, it was almost overpowering how loud it was. Now it's almost dead silence. The only audible sounds you can hear is the occasional, barely above a whisper talk. It's almost like entering a church rather than a tavern. As the doors open, slicing the quiet, a lot of heads turn to look at you, some of them with suspicion.
I'm gonna refresh because my ground isn't loading in.
Ah, good.
It's just black.
That's no good.
Mm-mm.
The bleeding ram exists in the void.
I'd go to that bar. Oh, you hear about that new place in the void?
The one next to the subway.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
out of this world.
I'll never forgive you.
What do you guys want to do as you enter? I'm guessing get a drink, but
Yeah, I'll go up to the bar and flag down the bartender. Still in my chronicler outfit.
I'm assuming you're going to be in your chronicler outfit until you specify that you're no longer in your chronicler outfit.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Also, I can't see my token right now. Everything is loading in very slowly, but I'm gonna go to the bar.
I have moved you to the bar.
Thank you.
What can I get you?
Whatever you have, just cheap and alcoholic.
He grabs a beer and pops the lid off of it on the bar and hands it to you in its bottle.
How much?
It's free for today. He just
Cheers.
quietly puts his hand on the bar and moves away from you, moving over to Aegon. And you.
Water, please.
No problem. He heads out back and then comes back later, like maybe 45 seconds later, with a cup of water. Hands it to you.
With a nod, I'll take it. And when his back is turned, he'll sniff it
Smells clean.
and take a sip.
Tastes clean. Cleaner than a lot of water you could get in settlements.
I'm just gonna sit down at the bar.
No one at the bar is really talking to each other. Most of them are staring into their drinks. If you want, though, you can try and eavesdrop on conversations going on in the bar.
I'll try.
I will as well.
Okay. Both of you roll perception then.
Okay.
Both of you here. There's a scarred old Anabaptist sitting over here who you can just about hear saying, Neva and Altair were so happy together. I was on the Adriatic battlefields when they lit the giant wedding fires. Those are better times. Yeah. How long do you stay at the inn?
What time is it right now?
It's about 10 in the morning.
I mean, I don't really have anything else to do. I don't know, probably a couple hours.
Okay. You can roll again then if you want to try and eavesdrop on someone else during your few hours here. Delilah, despite the fact that her beer is severely watered down beer, the cheapest of the cheap, she's drunk and can't hear anything anymore. That's why you don't drink when you're 17, kids.
Just
Because
one
you'll
beer.
get fucked up.
On one watered down beer.
Sweet.
But once you hit 18, you'll never be drunk again.
Oh shit. If you drink before you're 18.
Yep, it's a curse.
You
Sounds
still get the
pretty tempting.
hangover though.
Oh, that would
That
suck.
sucks.
Yeah, a few hours later, Aegon, you happen to be, because it's, actually no, never mind, I take back what I was about to say. This guy comes up to the bar and you hear him talking to this guy in this corner. Don't talk to me about the ascetics. They only mean trouble, always the same questions. Have you prayed today? No. All this praying did Altair no good either. After he's given his drink, he pats the guy on the shoulder and walks off. Okay. After a few hours, you guys want to return to the commission house?
Sure. I'm drunk now. It doesn't matter.
I mean, if you kept on ordering drinks, you could actually be drunk at this point. So if you want, you can roll to see if you're drunk.
No.
Anyone else do anything during those few hours, or did you just hang around the commission house?
Hang around the commission house.
Tight.
Yeah.
Okay, Aegon and Delilah, you arrive back at the commission house.
Morning is boring.
Wait.
Yeah, I've been quietly ranting at Aegon the whole way back. Like, we have to do something. We can't just sit here. I feel so useless. This is boring. What are we doing? We're wasting our time. That kind of thing. Just on and on and on quietly. The whole time.
Okay. It's now about 4 p.m. And after about half an hour of you guys getting back, you hear a loud bang on the door.
Did our host leave? Oh,
No, I'm here. She opens the door and steps back. Good afternoon, Dana.
Oh no, that's a lot of beef.
Let's break it down, guys.
I didn't do nothing wrong.
I've never done anything wrong in my life.
The man leading them, the same man who was on the stage earlier, steps further into the room. Is this everybody?
Yes, sir.
I just have a few questions for you lot. I hope you don't mind.
I don't.
Oh, they're covering the exits, guys.
Just you
Sprint
say that
to
out
them
loud,
quickly.
or
Yes, Sarah's just like, they're covering the exit.
fucking.
No, that's
I
not
feel
the
trapped.
character. Feeling real trapped right now.
I'm claustrophobic.
Why don't you all take a seat? Dana, I'll try not to be long. He gestures to the seats to Saren and Aegon.
it should be noted that as the men were moving into position at the exits, Aegon's eyes were following them very closely.
Okay, are you still wearing your gas mask out of interest?
He would have it off, I think.
Okay. Lucio is a tall man, not quite as tall as William, but about 6'3". Bald, completely clean shaven, sullen face, and incredibly muscular. He doesn't have a Biden handle on his back. Instead, he has a, probably about bastard sword size. And he also carries 2 short swords on his waist. Okay. Well, as I said, I just have a few questions to ask you all as you're strangers, newcomers in our town. I understand that you arrived last night.
Correct.
Why are you all here?
We were making a delivery to get some gas.
Delivery of what? And to who?
A crate to Abacus.
He glances over at his 3 men at the door at the name drop of Abacus. He looks concerned. Where were you at the break of day?
Today,
Yeah.
we were all here once we were moved.
Roll deception, William.
Why is that a lie?
Well, you went to visit Abacus this morning.
Oh. I thought we were speaking for the entire group. Me, I was visiting Abacus delivering that crate.
He again glances over at one of his men, who then departs. What about the rest of you?
I was here. I've
I
just
was-
been here.
I was sleeping.
The beds are comfy.
They're kind of lumpy.
He glances over at Dana, and she says, some of them went out this morning, but not all of them. Which of you left, other than the Anabaptist? He gestures to you, William.
I raise my hand.
Aegon does as well.
I left as well.
To accompany William? Not to accompany the Anabaptist?
No, I went alone.
After a beat, he looks at Saren in the eyes, and Saren is the only one who audibly replied to the earlier question, says, so where did you three go?
Hooey.
We went to the markets. They weren't open yet, though.
Roll deception. Just give me 1 second.
I like that Saren's reaction is just to panic internally and go, woo-wee, in response to this question. Like, he's like, I can't lie. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay.
I was just trying to find my deception skill, but then you started talking. I found it though.
Okay, good.
Oh man.
I like to think that Saren has a sheet in character that has all of his stats.
Yeah, he's like, how good am I at lying, guys? I don't remember.
I can't believe this has happened.
We're all gonna fucking
roll
die.
20, man.
He kind of sucks in his teeth. Where'd you go to the market?
To buy things?
At the break of dawn.
I mean, I'm an early riser. I have to have time to do all my components,
He raises
catalog.
his hand to silence you.
Okay.
I strongly recommend that you do not lie to me, Chronicler. Is your chair facing the table or towards him?
The table.
Okay, he comes round the side of your chair, puts his arm on the back of the chair, and leans in to your level. Where were you at the break of day?
I was following William.
He looks over to William.
William is narrowing his eyes at Delilah.
Why?
Because he was transporting a crate of burn to Abacus, and I wanted to know why.
His other hand, which is resting on the table at this point, he drums the fingers on. Sounds like you lot don't trust each other.
We don't
Why
really
is
know
that?
that. Well, we don't really know each other that well.
He pushes up off the chair, slightly nudging it in close to the table, and moves over to Kara.
She kind of leans back a little bit.
So how long have you six been traveling together?
How long's
has
it been?
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
Almost a month, hasn't it?
If it's a
Yeah,
month.
it's almost a month.
Ooh,
It's not quite a month yet.
I use my power.
Oh wow.
God help
Oh.
us all, please. Please.
Horace, save us.
Nice.
It is 18 days at this point, so it's a little bit over 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We've known each other for about 2 weeks.
Also, side note, it's Halloween in game.
It's Halloween. Spooky.
I whip out my witch's hat.
I turn
Ready
into a
in
skeleton.
costume.
I'm always ready.
I thought you were dressed up as the chronicler for Halloween.
Yeah, I am.
And I'm dressed
How
up as a
convenient.
person with feelings.
It's not a very
Oh,
good
no.
costume. It's really
God.
not working for you.
Yeah, I wasn't really getting the whole person thing going there.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he's got
Oh.
a sense of a person in a skin suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is a flesh suit for his mortal body.
When I said feelings, I meant like a nervous system.
Gotcha.
Physical feeling,
Mm-hmm.
not emotional.
So I'm guessing you respond about 2 weeks.
We were all hired together. It's been about 2 weeks.
So not all of you could attest for each other's character.
Well, except for me and Sokka, and I gestured to Sokka. I've been, hanging out with him for a long time now.
Y'all,
I just kind of like raise my glass of whatever I have in front of me when she says that.
I can say that we all trust each other as much as a band of mercenaries would normally trust each other.
That's very true.
Is it?
Well, I trust you guys.
I'm not gonna just let you die.
Yeah. I mean, I have been performing surgery on you, Delilah.
Do you say
Can I
that
get
out
all
loud?
of you?
Yeah, I sure fucking do.
Oh shit.
Pixel.
Delilah. I mean
It's
Pixel.
no, I wouldn't have
It's
even
too
realized.
late.
It's too late. I said Delilah.
Sorry, he doesn't actually know any of your names yet, so it's wildly
Delilah is a totally normal chronicler name.
She starts
Well, to be
trembling.
To be
I noticed nothing.
It wouldn't be completely unusual for an Anabaptist to have the name Delilah, so Delilah doesn't necessarily mark you as a Jehemedan. Might be unusual for it to be a chronicler, though. But then maybe she knows your real name. Either way, all of you roll instinct plus empathy.
Even you, Aegon.
Can't.
He has
He doesn't
none.
have those feelings.
He has more of them than we
Disappointing.
do.
I have 4 instinct and 1 empathy.
Oh.
I'm surprised you have an empathy.
I have
Yeah,
zero
that's
empathy.
I have
true.
0 empathy.
I have 2.
I'm all instinct.
Because I put most of my shit in intellect.
I put all my points into my rockin' bod.
You're so swole.
William, Delilah, and Aegon, you can actually tell that, other than the fact that he picked up on the fact that Delilah was lying to you, or to him even, he's actually questioning you fairly absent-mindedly. He's not really paying attention that much, to the point that he didn't notice the fact that you referred to the chronicler as Delilah. Also, Aegon and William, you both notice the fact that he is intentionally seeming to suppress his emotions right now. He's, in fact, almost acting at this point. He crosses his arms. I might be back to question you some more later, but for now, I want to reiterate that none of you are to leave the town.
What did I do?
He ignores you and starts to head back towards the door.
As part of the agreement
He stops in his tracks.
for the delivery made, we were promised fuel for our vehicle.
By who?
What was the name of the outpost where we came from?
I don't remember.
Castor.
My notes. Yeah.
That's the one. I give them that. They can vouch for us.
He looks over his shoulder at you. Well, assuming that none of you have done anything to void that, you'll get your payment as soon as the lockdown's over.
How can we help?
Stay out of my way. He walks out the door and his men follow.
Dana.
Yes.
Who's Lucio?
He's,
Or who is that man, rather?
Well, I guess he's essentially the right-hand man of the Anabaptists now, in Lucator. He's the adopted son of, was the adopted son of Altair.
Where are his brothers?
He has an adopted brother who's up at the cloister. But he was an only child.
So Alistair had 2 adopted sons.
One genetic son, one adopted son.
And
Yeah, you said 2 adopted.
yeah, I'm confused now. Which one's
Wait.
adopted?
Altair is
Lucio.
adopted, sorry. Not Altair. Motherfucker, I'm fucking up. Thank you, Mash. Lucio is the adopted son of Altair, and he
And
also has a
then-
genetic son.
Okay. You said he had adopted brothers, so that was the part that threw me off.
My mistake.
It's all good. We good now. And so what of this brother? What does he do?
Oviko? He's far too young to do anything. He's just a boy.
How old is he?
Let me just check my notes on all of the people in this town.
Dana pulls out a notebook, starts flipping through it.
Damn, my notes don't say. I want to say it was like 8.
Oh,
So I'm assuming this Lucio is going to be taking the position of Alistair's? Or Altair, I mean.
Well, he's not high enough in the Anabaptist to become a Baptist, but I guess he's in charge of the cloister for now, at least. Except for Altair's wife. Never. I mean, it's unusual, but not unheard of for a female to be in charge of a cloister.
And why were people, or there seemed to be a man that was very drunk, that was very upset with her. Must have been a War Summit supporter, I guess? Or is she for or against it?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, they met during the original wars of the Jehemidans in the Adriatic lowlands, but I don't know what her stance would have been during the war summit. Oh, by the way, the summit's been delayed until, well, I don't know, until now. It was going to be tomorrow, but I guess it's been delayed indefinitely.
Indefinitely. Well, interesting.
What was Lucio's stance on the war summit, if you know?
I wouldn't know for certainty, but, well, I've always felt like he's been looking for glory, you know?
So he wants the war summit to happen.
Or he wants the war to happen, at least.
Oh, right.
I've said too much.
Yo, where the wheat bread at?
Oh, you want some, bread?
Yes.
She hurries off into the kitchen. And brings back like a tray with a loaf of bread on it.
I sure could go for some fish right about now, as well.
I'm fresh out, but I could head to the market. She nods and starts heading towards the door.
I want to go to the kitchen and I want to look for like a utility knife. Do I see one? Like a smaller knife?
Like a penknife or just like a small knife?
A small knife.
Yeah, there's a small knife in there.
I take it.
Okay.
It's mine now. I put it in my bag.
For reference, there is a bread knife with the bread on the table, so you can cut yourself some bread.
Me?
Anyone.
Oh.
I pick up the whole loaf and I just rip off a huge chunk, and I just eat on that.
Fair enough. Anything else you guys want to do today?
Well, we're told not to leave town.
Yeah. It's Camp Out City.
Yeah.
And Lucio said to stay out of his way. I mean,
Let's go
I want to
get
go
in his
look
way.
at stuff. Yeah, I want to go investigate, but
You could go investigate if you wanted.
I don't want to go by myself though.
Well, I can't help you be sneaky, man. I'm a giant Anabaptist man.
I'm not sneaky either.
Take Saren.
Oh, I'm pretty sneaky.
He's the sneak man.
I start playing a game that Sokka and I know. It's like a African game. It's just like a word game where we like say words and stuff, and we play it.
We say words?
That's called conversation.
No, I mean like a word game. Like
Okay.
say words that start with this letter, and you have to keep going until whoever can't think of one, and then you lose, kind of thing. It's just like some kind of game.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna sit there and look vaguely grumpy.
Okay.
That man,
Who, Lucio?
he not.
What about him?
He seemed to be going through the motions, did he not?
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't seem to notice when you called me Delilah, Kara.
No, he didn't notice.
I don't think he knows who Delilah is.
What's your name? Again? The one I'm supposed to call you.
Pixel.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I forgot.
It's okay. He didn't notice, so no hard done.
Okay.
We know that he was close to this Altair in some way.
Oh. Didn't Dana just say that it was his adopted son?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Altair was his father. In some regard, at least.
Exactly, we know that they are related, but we do not know the nature of that relationship.
True. For all we know, he may have despised his adoptive family.
I'm not sure if what I saw was grief or a man
Trying to find a scapegoat.
more keeping up appearances, investigating those that he is expected to investigate, with no real stock in the findings because he knows the answer already.
So what should we do?
Steer clear of Lucio.
What if he did it?
That's my point.
Well then, if he did it, shouldn't we be trying to figure out, like, evidence? Proof?
Proof that he did it?
Yeah.
There's proof that he did it. It's likely hidden behind so many guards and walls it would be impossible to find.
Just as Saren's finishing his sentence, you hear the Horn of Sorrow play again. Wah, wah, wah. Exactly like that.
Is that like the same one as the one before?
Mm-hmm.
It's been hours since the first one, though, so...
Where's the nearest window?
The lighter parts of the wall. So here is a window.
Are people congregating again, or what?
They are, but less. People seem somewhat confused. You get the feeling it's unusual for the Horn of Sorrow to be played a second time in one day.
Well,
Unless a second body has been found.
yep.
Gee, I wonder who it could be.
I hope it's not the other guy.
Should we head out, Sokka?
I'm gonna go see who died. The plot thickens, as they say.
Does it
Weird
really,
that
though?
It happened twice. So
I
yes.
kick up.
Is it gonna be the genetic brother? Who knows? Is it Lucio himself? Is he dead
Is
now?
it the wife?
Is it the wife?
Was it Attila, that
Is it our
dog?
horses?
Could have been Attila.
Not
It's
Attila!
God.
probably Dana. Dana's fucking dead.
Dana's not back with my fish. She's probably dead.
She died.
She's been murdered. Is Aegon staying behind?
He is.
Oh god.
I'm basically just gonna like stick my head out the door and just see what's going on.
Nah, I'm
You
going
see
back.
people milling through the town. This time they don't seem to be heading to the same area they were before, which was the People's Plaza. They seem to be heading slightly more uphill, behind the stables.
I grab
I'm
Sokka's
going.
hand and I pull him with.
And I resist and pull her in.
Why?
I don't want to be milling about with murderers around.
Don't worry.
Just
Come
made a
on,
terrible
Kyra.
choice.
Let's go.
Okay. I follow Sokka, William.
You follow the group, and Delilah, did you say you were going? And Saren, you were going as well?
Oh yeah.
Delilah, William, and Saren, you start to realize that it seems to be going towards the fairly remote house. that you visited earlier this morning.
Oh, Abacus's house.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So makes me so we got murdered at Abacus's house. I want to see what Abacus has to say about this.
The crowd is gathered around the house. Do you want to try and push through closer to the front?
Yes.
I lead the pack, pushing people aside.
Once again, Lucio is there. This time he's not making a speech, but him and some of his men are pushing the crowd aside, making room as two other Anabaptists carry a stretcher with a body in it, with a white sheet over it. You hear people murmuring, "Not Abacus too. Could it be a serial killer? Who could have done this?"
Do I
As
hear
they're
them say
making
abacus?
You do, yeah. As they're making their way through the crowd, Lucio looks around and locks eyes with you lot.
Say to William, hey, wasn't that abacus? Isn't that a guy that you went and saw?
I look down at Delilah with the expression of, oh no, you didn't.
My jaw is clenched.
Not that he can particularly tell that because you're wearing a mask.
That's true, but I look very tense.
Now look back up at Lucio's group.
He has broken eye contact with you at this point and is walking towards the cloister.
I'm gonna spin on my heel and start marching back.
As she marches off, the group that stayed behind a few seconds later hear, and one citizen in particular say, "Everybody, I know that we were told not to have any sermons, but we should have a candlelit vigil tonight in the People's Plaza. 8 p.m. Everybody should come out who feels welcome." He kind of pats his hands together and walks off. Several people in the crowd nod in agreement.
I'm going to return to the common house.
I follow.
Me too.
You guys get back to the common house.
But I get there first.
You do, yeah.
Uh-huh. Where's Aegon?
Oh yeah, so if you want to have a scene real quick before the others get back.
He's sitting.
Well, Sokka's there. He stayed.
Mm-hmm.
My mistake. Give me 1 second. Yeah, you see Delilah come back in about 20 minutes later or so.
I'm just gonna, rip my helmet, my chronicler mask off, and I just sort of throw it on the ground. And then I go over and I grab him by the front of the suit and, haul him up.
Do you resist, Aegon?
Yes.
Both of you roll body plus force.
Oh, Jesus.
God!
How much body was
Four.
there?
I
Yeah.
have 6 dice!
Can you even get one more success?
Nope.
Aegon stays in his place on the chair, but you both, all three of you, hear a slight sound of, fabric ripping. Not a loud sound, so it's probably not a big tear, but you get the feeling you might have just damaged his suit a bit.
I don't care. What the
What
fuck
does Aegon?
did you do?
He stands up slowly now. I suggest you back off.
You killed him.
Killed who?
Abacus.
That would explain the horn.
I told you not to kill him. He
Did you
was
see-
valuable.
Did you see a body?
Yes.
What was the cause of death?
I don't know. He was dead.
At this point, the door opens and the others get back.
Was the sheet on the body bloodied or anything, or is it just the white sheet?
Just a white sheet.
You think that with one murder, that the second murder is tied to me?
Yes, I do. Because we were there.
How many of you followed me?
3.
Oh, you guys are pretty good. I didn't even see you.
Does this make you uncomfortable?
Yeah, I don't even know when I'm alone anymore. Well, this is quite a pickle. I'm not sure we're gonna get the gas now.
What happened?
Aegon killed Abacus.
Is this
She thinks
true?
I killed Abacus.
Why would he kill Abacus?
Because Abacus was experimenting with Burn.
He was an oil maker.
He was much more than that.
Oh. So you did kill him.
Were I to kill him, that entire building would have been on fire.
Oh.
Wouldn't that just give you away with Delilah, though? She told you not to kill him, and then here you are trying to burn his lab up?
Or maybe I told him not to kill him and he did it anyway.
But you're saying you didn't do it, Aegon.
Did you kill Abacus?
Because if you didn't, maybe he's tied into their leader's death. Maybe it was some sort of assassination last night.
He looks from face to face. And settles on Delilah.
She is glaring.
Really?
Really what?
You told me not to burn the place to the ground. I didn't. You were there in the room. What did you see?
I saw you inject him with something and he passed out.
You've seen me do that before, have you not?
Yeah, once.
To a kid who got back up.
I
Eventually.
didn't see that happen, did I? Maybe he's dead too.
He looks at her very pointedly and says, I don't kill children.
I feel like you're probably the kind of person who's willing to make an exception for anyone if they break your rules.
Aegon's a doctor. Healers.
Aegon's still a man.
He's a Spitalion.
Yeah, but even still, healers don't hurt.
The man was old. Who's to say it wasn't just poor timing?
He was also experimenting with a very dangerous drug that he was just given a shipment of. He looked at William.
Yeah, and I'm sure immediately after us interrogating him, he just got up and did a bunch of it. Like, what should I do after I've been assaulted by these strangers in my home? Well, shit, let's just do a bunch of burn.
Assaulted by strangers. When I got up there, he was unconscious.
Yes.
What did you do to him?
I hit him on the back of the head with my scimitar.
Hard enough to knock him out.
Clearly.
An old man, potentially concussed. And you think I killed him?
She starts laughing.
When we all met Abacus, or at least saw him, he had the shakes, right?
He did, yeah.
So we all kind of all assumed he was an addict. Or at least a
That's up to
user.
you guys.
No. Okay.
You know, I just dropped them clues. You discern the clues.
We
I'm a
interpret.
detective.
I'd put your mask back on before she comes back.
Aegon. While you were there, I knew you would have the biggest problem with the crate of burn. Did you do anything to the crate?
I did not.
Quick question, because I genuinely can't remember. Did you do anything to the crate out of character?
No, didn't touch the
Okay.
crate. Not
Just
that I
wanted
can
to check
remember.
whether I need to make you roll.
Well, I guess that at least supports our alibi a little bit.
I even left his notebook.
I don't think you would have killed someone. I think it was just bad timing.
Either way, he's dead. And he and Altair were two of the main people preventing war between the Anabaptists and the Jehemidans. And now with them gone, my people and your people, she points at William, will probably be slaughtered again. I have no love for the Anabaptists, but the killing needs to stop. And whoever killed Altair doesn't want it to. The fact that Abacus is now dead doesn't help matters.
So what do you suggest? That we go out and find the killer?
Well, the good news is we only need to find one. But that's what I want to do. Either that or leave.
Leaving seems a little too difficult. I'm sure they're going to stop us, though we don't even know how they're going to stop us.
We don't have fuel.
So I guess our only other alternative is to find who's responsible for at least Abacus's death.
She laughs again.
Then what would you suggest we do, Delilah?
Well, since you all are so trusting of Aegon, sure.
So you do think Aegon killed him?
Yes, I know Aegon killed him.
I say kind of like nonchalantly, yeah, I wouldn't put it past him.
What does that mean, Sokka?
Nothing really.
Then why say it? You're talking about the capability of someone being a murderer.
He's a surgeon. He's trained in people's bodies, how they work.
He's trained to heal.
Wait, what exactly?
No, he's not.
Out of
He's
character.
trained to understand.
What exactly did Aegon do to that guy that we tortured?
Oh, you need that meta info, dude?
Oh, the guy
No, he was there for
you
that.
tortured
I was
ages
there.
ago.
Yeah, the one that took his torso.
Yeah, he shoved his
and
splayer
fed him
into the
his own
guy's
flesh.
mouth. He shoved his splayer into the guy's mouth and activated it, basically splitting the guy's head apart.
Yeah, I mean, I
He's
guess
also
that's
killed
probably-
multiple other people during this campaign.
And it's been
combat.
fairly
He's a murderer.
brutal.
The torture was definitely not in combat.
Yeah, but I didn't see the torture.
I know.
the
And in
torture
combat
was
is
a
whatever.
group effort.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, but technically you did kill him.
After he spat on my suit.
That's true.
Yeah,
That
it
doesn't
sounds
sound psycho at all.
justified.
How come you haven't split Delilah's face up yet? She's torn your suit.
There are people watching.
Okay.
No.
Rest in peace, Delilah. That's nice knowing you.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
I will beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, no, there's no chance of me taking her while she's coherent.
Get a
Oh,
gun.
no.
Don't go to
That's
sleep
so
anytime soon.
ominous.
Mm-mm.
Coherence. Just a little prick of the needle there.
Yeah, just gotta drug her and then murder her. It'll be fine.
You could get her high and burn, then she wouldn't be coherent.
This is getting darker than I anticipated for
Howard
today.
goes back into talking and says, yes, he understands how the body works, but he understands it so he can heal people, not kill them. That's how healers work. We don't... Why? What would
You
be the
and him are
point?
not the same.
I wanted to kill him.
And
Roll
you
perception,
clearly
everybody.
succeeded on that.
Roll perception. Who?
Everybody who wants to.
I'm so angry I can't even focus. We are all really bad at perception today.
Mallek did good.
Yeah.
As you guys are all talking, and you can continue to talk after you've done your rolls now, Mallek, William, and Aegon all hear someone approaching the door.
I walk
Someone's
over
coming.
and I pick up a... Oh, shit.
Fucking map.
Mallek
Time to-
can't hear us.
Do you guys want to wait for him to get back.
Yeah. I need to turn that noise off. God.
Should we do a quick 5-minute break?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Mito. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Who else are we waiting on?
Not
Hey,
me.
Snake Fear,
Yes,
are you ready to get beat up?
bring it.
Okay.
Is that everyone then?
I think so.
Mallek?
Do we really need Mallek though?
Not Mallek.
I guess we
Wasn't
said we were on a
Mallek
break. He went
just
off on a
here?
break. I guess when we said we were on a break, he decided to go and take that break.
I mean, I
Oh.
did. I went and got water. And
Yeah,
carrots.
but he just didn't say that he was going on off to do something. But I guess he did.
So he's Ross Geller.
Or his audio driver died again and he doesn't know we're back.
I mean, we could start a little bit without him because I don't. Unless these two are literally about to start fighting each other, I'm not sure how much Saren is gonna do in this moment.
I mean,
We should
she's
wait.
probably not gonna immediately punch him in the face, but we should probably wait.
I can't imagine
Okay.
he's gonna be like gone forever.
Nah, you never know. It's Mallek. You know how often Mallek just ninjas and doesn't say that he's back or that he's going somewhere, and then I'm just talking to myself, and then
Yeah,
it makes
but
me
he's
sad.
smoking. So what do you expect?
Well, gee,
Oh, by the
blast
way.
him any harder, why don't you?
I made a small mistake. It's not actually Halloween in game. Today, it will be Halloween tomorrow. My previous entry was from that morning when you visited Abacus, so
Wow.
Figures you got it wrong.
Nice.
you're back. Welcome back.
I'm back.
Jupe is Angel's
Nice.
real name.
me
No.
Just call me Jupe.
Just call me Jupe. Okay, Jupe.
That's her name now.
Literally
Jupe.
never get in the movie.
It never happened once, never happens again.
Guys, let's talk about how the bees can sense royalty.
We could spend all day talking about how terrible that movie that is.
It's so bad, it's good.
Still, my
Alright.
favorite part is the Screamo Peter Baelish.
It's pretty good. I really like Heelys through the sky.
You know, you guys hate on the movie a lot, but I thought it was really good.
I mean, we've watched it twice.
I kind of want to watch it again.
It's so good. We should have a movie party and watch
We
it.
should.
Terrible movie party. Woo!
Hell yeah!
It's a great movie, Mallek, please.
Mm-hmm. Except for
Yeah,
all the
it's a
parts.
genius
It's-
movie.
It's made by the people who made The Matrix. Like,
You mean the Wachowski sisters?
Mhm.
Whatever
Only
they are now.
one of them transitioned.
no, both of them transitioned.
I think
Those
both of them
dang
are
sisters.
now,
Did they
Yeah.
both? No, really?
Yeah, one of them
think they did,
transitioned,
yeah.
and then the other one transitioned. a few
Shut
years
up!
later.
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I think they
Hey,
just
but
go by the
Sense8 is
Wachowskis
good.
now.
A lot of orgies, though. If you don't like orgies, don't watch Sense8.
Well,
Coof is gonna watch Sense8, but it's also like a lot
Fuck
of
yeah.
like gay people, so maybe
oh,
not.
I'm out.
Wow, man,
Yeah.
it's current year, and you're
Okay, but it's Coof.
What does that mean?
I'm speaking directly to Coof right now. There's orgies, but
Directly
there's
at
gay
him.
people.
So what?
So you gotta. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're just really accepting.
Yeah,
But-
actually, I happen to be very accepting, and you're very judgmental towards me, and I don't appreciate it.
I mean, Coof hangs out with Mallek, so
Yeah, he's one of my besties.
That's
that
more
means
a
I have a gay
reflection on what he's
bestie.
done to me.
What?
I'm lost.
Coof made me gay because he's gay too, and we're gay together.
I won't deny.
If one person's gay, another person's got to turn gay to be gay together.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what happened with the
That's how
Kowski
it
sisters.
works. Yeah.
Exactly.
What were they doing together? Jesus Christ.
Ew.
Okay.
Let's just move on.
Let's get back into character now.
Right, so serious. So yeah, because I guess Mallek didn't hear it because the audio driver, him, Aegon, and William all heard someone approaching the door, but you guys can keep on debating whether Aegon is a serial killer or not.
It's just the one guy, but Aegon does say upon hearing it that someone's coming.
I look towards the door.
I picked up the mask and I was trying to shove it on Delilah's face.
Delilah, do you allow it?
Yes. And I guess I let go of Aegon.
The door opens and Dana walks in just as you're like sealing the mask over Delilah's face. I got the fish, and I don't know if you heard, but there was another killing. It again looks like she's been crying.
Hopefully not into the fish.
The fish is wrapped.
Dana,
Mm-hmm.
did they say how he died?
They've made no statements yet.
Do you know where we could find Lucio?
He'd be at the cloister, but they're not taking visitors.
Right. Where can we find the guard?
You could probably track it down guards just by going onto the streets. They're not hard to find.
Got it. Thank you.
No problem.
Was he there?
Are you still talking to her?
No, I'm talking. Aegon lowers his voice and addresses the group.
Yes.
We should be staying away from him.
That's rich coming from you.
He puts on his own mask. They'll be back again.
The guys that questioned us before.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't do that one either. What, did they expect us to split up and kill these people?
We did tell him we went to Abacus's house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. You guys did go there.
And the horn blowed about half an hour later.
I'm gonna go find him.
We should probably have a straight story for when they come investigating again.
If he suspects us, seeking him out may not be the smartest move here.
Well, I didn't kill him. Did you?
We already know what you think.
I didn't kill anyone here, so I have nothing to worry about.
Because the world works that way.
Well, if we just sit here, we're not going to be accomplishing anything, and we're not working to get suspicion off of us either.
How are we supposed to work to get suspicion off us?
We don't. Going out and poking our noses in places where they don't belong. He looks pointedly at Delilah again. Is only going to arouse more suspicion.
What happens when they find out she's not a chronicler?
How are they going to find that out? Are they going to rip off her mask?
I assume they're gonna take us into custody one way or another.
They'll find out eventually.
What do I know about chroniclers on their masks?
Like, do they need it to live?
Like, they
No,
wouldn't just rip
they
them
just-
off, right?
They might.
It would be as unusual as them ripping off Aegon's gas mask. They don't need it to live, but every chronicler wears a chronicler mask to hide their identity and also to do things like amplify their voice.
So they can be anonymous IRL.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've never really seen a chronicler without its mask.
Or maybe we have,
Unlikely.
we just don't know it though. Because
That's
they're just
true.
still humans, right? They're not like
Yeah,
not like Saren or anything.
Like, I would just assume that
precisely.
they never take them off or they need them to live then. Like, if I've never seen or didn't know I saw one without its mask.
Is that what Kara would believe though?
I think so.
Okay.
Still, I think the face paint's gonna give her away.
Oh, it's not paint, it's a tattoo.
I just
So-
call it face paint.
Yeah, it's not like I can wash it off.
Me either. I mean, if we can go in and investigate Apix's house ourselves, though I'm sure the place is swarming with guards or something, they wouldn't just let it be. Not with what he's got in there.
There's nothing to find there anyway.
And so what you're proposing is just go to Lucio and turn in Aegon?
Not necessarily. Offer to help with Altair's investigation, at least. We can't help with Abacus's because there's nothing to find. Aegon left his journal, but took his experimental serums or whatever. If we wanted to turn Aegon in, we could.
Turn me in.
Having Abacus's property there is probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
We're turning him in for theft?
No.
For murder.
We don't know that he murdered anyone.
Out of the two of us, you're the one who assaulted him. I'm sure he has the wound.
I'm sure he has a mark on his neck from where you injected him.
He deals with burn, experimental versions of it.
And that might not be his only injection site.
Still have his stuff.
Can I make a medicine roll to know just what would happen if I threw these oils in the fire? Or would I know?
Roll a science roll. From what you understand, they're flammable, but there's not a lot of them, so probably wouldn't burn the house down, but it might make a loud, fiery, fireball.
I would
Would at the
empty
very
Don't do
least grab the attention
Don't do it,
of Dana.
Aegon, don't do it. Out of character, which oils did you get again? I know you got one that was actually, like, really potent.
One was a vial of sticks, and the other was an unidentified Elysian oil.
Gotcha.
The
I'm
vial,
just- Go ahead.
the vial of sticks isn't. That's common, isn't it?
Well,
It's
you don't know what the other three are. Was it the other three, or did you have 3 vials of sticks? And
I only have 2 vials.
yeah, 1
listed.
vial. Yeah, but you have in brackets 3 for the unidentified.
Ah, right. I thought that was also level 3. Okay, yeah.
No, you don't know what the level is. So yeah, you don't know what the other 3 are, but Styx is a fairly high level one, so most Anabaptists would not have access to it. In fact, William doesn't have access to Elysian oils at all yet, so
correct.
And William's a pretty high level, right?
No,
he's
Not
Ratu in the
super
cult.
high. Okay.
pretty much the initiated thug.
But he's still, fully trained and that sort of thing.
And well known. I'm a famous thug.
He is pretty famous. Extra now that he's killed the biokinetic, so
Oh wow, do people know me because of that too?
You were there to watch William kill the biokinetic.
I'm so famous.
the whole group, minus Saren, would be told in the stories, but most of the stories would focus on William because most of the stories would be told by Anabaptists because it was an Anabaptist town.
I bet they'd still think Kara's so cool.
The mystic dark one, Kara.
So you're heading out, Delilah?
Can't wait
Not
until I
yet.
use my power again.
Okay. After about 20 minutes or so, Dana comes out with some cooked fish.
Gasp.
I'm saying 20 minutes because I don't know how long it takes to cook fish, and so I'm just guessing. If it's longer, then she cooked it for longer. She's not serving you uncooked fish. Fish is the main point.
I guess it depends on.
I'll
she
eat
cooks
raw
it.
fish.
She cooks it like good old fish and chips.
Oh wow, chips.
I've never
too.
been to Europe.
You're in Europe right now, you fucking pleb.
Ah, you got me.
Right.
I've never been to Europe in real life to have real fish and chips.
Well, I guess it probably is all of Europe, but it's mostly a British thing.
French fries are not chips.
I partake in the fish and chips.
There is no chips. It's bread and fish.
I mean, the bread and fish.
Okay. Does anyone go out during the rest of the day, or do you all stay there for the evening?
I would. When
Stay.
say
Go
again?
ahead. I was gonna interrupt you, but go ahead.
Whenever everyone's done eating, Aegon will collect the plates and he'll take them in the back, the kitchen.
Almost as soon as you enter the kitchen, Dana approaches you and takes the plates off you. Oh, you didn't have to bring those here. I was gonna get them.
It's perfectly fine.
I lean over to
You've had
Saren. You think he's back there killing her right now?
Shut up.
You've had a long day, in fact.
I don't
I'll
think
do
so.
these.
No, it's fine.
I insist. Cleaning is my job.
She kind of has her hands on the plates while they're still in your hands, and she just lets go of them carefully so that you don't drop them. Thank you.
He nods and goes to the basin.
She goes into her bedroom.
The second she reaches her bed, he'll go over to the fireplace with the
Okay.
plates. He'll pull out the vials and This floor is what exactly?
The floor is
material?
kind of just dirt. It's not got any wooden boards put over it.
So if I were to uncork the vials and toss the contents, like empty them into the fire like you would a cup, would that still cause the same combustion element?
It might still make an audible noise, but it would probably be less volatile.
Well, that's what I do. I'll uncork as many as I can at once and do it in one go. And then I'll scrape the contents of the plates into the fire. And assuming it doesn't make any, rather cause Dana to investigate, I'll go and properly wash the dishes and the vials.
As you pour it in, it kind of, for a second, catches on light, but instantly goes out as more of it kind of pours down on it. It's not, despite the name oil, it's not actually that flammable, but more flammable than something like water.
With that, I'll go and wash the dishes and the vials. And I'll replace everything when I'm done.
Okay.
I'm gonna head out.
Where are you headed to?
I am going to track down a guard.
Okay. Anyone else heading out?
Negative.
I would just stay with where Saka is.
Yep, I'm chilling.
After
I
a
would
few-
try like to go out.
Okay. You heading with Delilah or just heading out on your own?
I'll head with her.
Okay.
Just to make sure she doesn't get herself in trouble.
At this point, it's about 7 o'clock at night. Sun is set at this point. It's a cold night. You can feel as if rain is coming, but it's that feeling before heavy rain. You know, the anticipation of playing a classic PlayStation game sort of feeling.
What does that mean?
No one knows.
Is this some weird British thing? Because it rains over there a lot?
I don't
You know,
understand
like
this
the s-
metaphor,
the-
PB. I live in California.
The
Jason.
smell before rain?
I know that smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like ozone.
Yeah, fair enough.
Basically, I was trying to do the whole "a storm's coming" without saying "a storm's coming."
I mean,
You
you
look up
said it
towards the
smells
sky.
like rain is coming.
That's pretty
Exactly,
much saying a
which is
storm
not
is
a storm.
coming.
A storm is coming! Rain and storms are synonymous.
Yep.
After a few minutes, you guys managed to track down a guard. What can I do for you two?
Can you tell us how to find Lucio? Or take us to him?
He's at the cloister. They're not accepting visitors.
I need to talk to him.
That's just tough luck, isn't it? He leans on his pole. Anything else I can help you with?
Also, just FYI, I'm not with her. Just kind of behind her.
That's
Like
good to know,
sneaking
sir.
behind.
I'm glad you shared that information, sir.
Saren walks up to a guard. I'm not with her. I don't know her.
Just sneaking behind her.
I'm just
It's
sort
not
of
a big deal.
following at a distance, but we're not together. I'll just shake my head and keep walking. Do I know where the cloister is?
It's the big fortress with a huge tower at the top of the hill.
Okay. I'm gonna go there.
Okay. You follow Saren?
Yeah, I'll follow her.
Are you trying to make it so she doesn't know that she's being followed?
Preferably just so no one knows,
Including her?
including her.
Then roll stealth and Delilah roll perception.
Easy peasy.
She has no idea. Okay. After a few minutes, you've walked up the long road to the hill, and you've arrived outside the cloister, which is this large fortress.
Rip. Mallek's
I think
dead.
it's every time he rolls perception.
Just
Or not
perception.
Just
He didn't roll
perception.
perception just then, but
Specifically perception.
it does feel like it's every
No
time I
more
ask him to
perception
roll
rolls.
perception.
Wonder if
We
he has,
perceive his audio driver crashing.
It's just weird because it doesn't crash like this all the time, I don't think.
Mm-mm.
No, it's apparently just with roll 20.
Maybe he needs. Maybe he needs to restart or something.
Maybe Roll20 is just garbanzo beans.
I mean, no one else is having this problem.
True.
I don't know if he's tried Googling the issue.
Hello?
Well, he's in the
Hello?
middle of a stream. Hello.
I'm back.
Mallek, roll your dice, see if
Welcome
it breaks
back.
again.
Oh, do what?
Roll your dice, see if it breaks again.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
don't
idea.
wanna.
Just roll. Roll and see if it happens.
Oh gosh.
Then you have to go into command prompt again. Hello, hello.
Hello?
Okay.
Are you broadcasting voice in roll 20 and we're just none of us are accepting it? Because that could be it.
Unacceptable.
That could be causing something, but I don't think it should be like that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm just wondering why it would be roll 20, which makes barely any sound.
I don't know.
Unless your computer is actually sending sound to it. Either way, you arrive at the cloister, which is this large fortress. The gate itself towers a good 20 feet high. You can not even see any men on top of it because of how tall it is. We're going to temporarily visit a different map while I make my way to the next map, because there's too many maps in between the maps that I'm trying to get to.
So
We're
many
going to have
maps.
to do it again, because there are too many maps.
Why
Is
does
this
it make
your
so many
way
map-
of hinting that we're skipping out on a lot of content?
Nope, it's just how I ordered it.
What is this?
Don't worry.
we'll
about it.
never
There we go.
know.
It's a secret map.
There we go.
That's if one of us fell into the well.
Probably.
Yeah, you arrive at the gate.
Can I see through it?
You can see through it, but it's locked, and it's a very big, heavy, barred gate.
Is it a portcullis or whatever?
I don't know what that is, but it's like the
You
medieval
know what a
one
portcullis is?
that
That's
like
a
comes
How
down
do
on
you
top
not
of
know what a
people.
portcullis is?
That's a
You're
portcullis.
British. All British people should know what a portcullis is.
I would think so, right? They still have castles and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a portcullis. I just didn't know that that's what it was called.
Don't know about the Revolutionary War. You don't know about portcullises.
What do you know about?
Are you
TJ.
really even PB? Are you some sort of doppelganger?
I'm BP.
Oh,
That's
thanks
not good.
for the oil spills. Douche.
Yeah. Thanks for destroying the environment.
I'm the evil version of PB. It's what I do. Yeah, you can see through. You can see a few Anabaptists milling about still, including Lucio.
Can I knock?
You can.
Feels sort of lame, like knocking on a gate, but I'm gonna knock.
Kind of makes this low, rattly metal sound, but no one really seems to hear it because it's not that loud.
Can I knock louder?
You can bang on it as hard as you can.
Yeah, I guess I'll try that.
Several of the Anabaptists turn around, several of them going towards their weapons at the loud noise.
I'm just gonna
What are
raise my
you two
hands.
doing?
Saren's not here.
Again, far enough away. I'm off the map.
Hidden, sneaking.
See, look how off the map I am right now.
What are you
Can
doing?
barely even see him. I'm just gonna raise my hands. I need to talk to Lucio.
He steps forward. What are you doing here?
Can you let me in?
We're not accepting visitors.
I'm not visiting.
What do you want?
I want to help.
He kind of puts his hand over his mouth and kind of strokes his chin, looking frustrated. What I told you to stay out of my way.
I'm not very smart.
I can see that. So, since you're here, you followed your Anabaptist friend to Abacus's house, and he also died last night.
I didn't
No.
kill him.
He kind of raises his eyebrows. I didn't even accuse you of anything yet. But you gotta admit, if you were me, how'd things be looking right now?
I understand. But I didn't kill him.
But you want to help.
I want to help because Altair's death and Abacus's death put me in a difficult position.
Why is that?
I'm gonna take my mask off.
The two behind Lucio draw their weapons.
I understand that you may want a war between our people, but I don't.
Now you tell me how it looks. Jehemedan, in disguise, arrives in this town and goes to Abacus's house on the morning of her arrival, and he dies. So, who killed Altair?
That's what I want to find out.
Roll perception.
I'm so mad.
I'll give you it because of the trigger. You can feel like someone is watching you from above.
Can I look up?
You see the silhouette of an archer on the tower. Arrow drawn.
My hands are still up. Like, held away from any weapons. You can kill me if you want to, but I'm telling you the truth. I didn't kill Abacus.
If you didn't, who did?
I don't know.
Roll deception.
Whew, boy! Thank you, dice gods.
I thought BB's role was your role, and I was disappointed.
So you want to help me find killer? Why? Because it would help you?
Because it would help me, because it would help you, because it would help my companions and my people and your people. Whoever killed him has an agenda, and it doesn't align with my own, or the interests of my people.
Give me another perception roll. You once again feel someone else watching you, this time from the other tower.
I'm gonna look up.
It's another archer.
Cool.
So, how exactly would you help me? You find the killer.
Yeah.
Knowing that these archers are here, by the way, you can choose to actively defend.
What would that look like? Like, would I have to change my stance or anything?
You
Like, I just
probably
wanna...
have to lower it down a little bit as if you're ready to move, but not much else. And you could do it slowly and subtly.
Yeah, I guess.
Good choice.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna die.
God, it's been so long I need to remind myself how actively defending works.
I have an armor value of 4, and it's bulletproof. For 7. 7 bulletproof.
Yeah, that's to do with damage.
But what if they shot you in the face?
Then I'll have a cool battle scar. And I'll probably be dead.
But
Fighter is being
dead with a cool battle star.
Yeah, exactly. So worth it. Then when I
so
reroll a new character...
I need you to roll agility plus mobility. Oh dear. So your vest is bulletproof, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What does that do again?
I don't know.
Ah, perfect. Give me 1 second.
Mallek, what does bulletproof do?
I think It might
I
be
don't even have the
not
rule
in the
book up right
core.
now.
Might not be in the core rule book, anyways. Oh yeah, it is.
Delilah, don't die.
I might die.
You might.
We just patched you up and got your dice back.
I know.
And then you can run off and do this.
So what's the bulletproof rating?
7.
That's
And
good
then
for
it has an armor value of 4.
So basically what that means is projectiles, it takes off 7 damage from projectiles, and melee, it takes off 4.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, I need to check one more thing.
Seems pretty good for you. I don't think arrows even do that much damage.
I just take no damage. Come at me.
You might. Huh. Guess how much damage it did.
None?
2.
Both of them
-2.
did. Both arrows did 7 damage each, but because of your bulletproof vest, they do 0.
They just sink into it.
Well, I'll say because you actively defended that as both fire rather than them hitting you at all. Well, they did actually hit, didn't they? No, they embed into both of the chests, breaking apart, and you stagger back a little bit. But other than maybe mild bruising tomorrow, you're fine. As you look down at the arrow ends embedded in your vest, Lucio kind of looks somewhat shocked. How do you react, and how does Saren react?
I'm gonna grab the gate. Let me in. I'm trying to help.
Does archers look like they're ready in for another shot?
They have notched another arrow, both of them.
Are they like drawn back or anything?
Yes, but that not like it's not quick. They're taking time to aim.
Well, are they close enough I could get a good shot with my gun if I needed to?
30 feet up.
Yeah, it's up to you. I don't know. I don't remember what the exact range on it is.
Do you have nothing up, Mallek?
What? No, I have it. Distance
Are you
is
pulling a
10,
coof
40.
today?
So if they're within 40,
What's that mean?
I get what?
Yeah,
Minus
Coof
3
just
dice?
memorizes his character sheets.
Except
Well,
when
I've
he
only
doesn't.
got 2.
They're in range, but they would have cover from you. Because of the angle.
Heh. Angle?
Heh.
Heh.
Then I'll just sort of get my submachine gun ready. In case anyone like comes out the gate at her.
Lucio steps towards the other end of the gate, and he puts his hands on that part. That was a warning shot. If I find any evidence that you're lying to me, there won't even be a place for you to run. Stay out of my way. And he lets go of the gate and starts to walk away. What do you do?
I leave.
Okay. That's where we're going to end it tonight.
She just shows back up at the place with 2 arrows sticking out of her chest.
Yeah.
She looks real sad. Not even hurt, just real sad.
Yeah, just depressed. I'm so disappointed.
Oh.
I am curious. That's why it took me a little bit extra to work out what happens. I was double checking whether that like 7 on bulletproof armor is like extra hit points for the armor essentially, and like it uses it once. But it doesn't say anything about it being used up, so I guess you're fine. I guess it's just a really powerful piece of armor.
Sweet. I'll take it.
I
I'm
mean,
so
you're the
mad.
DM. You could like add durability to it.
That sounds like a whole falafel.
Oh, I love
Would need to
falafels.
be
Good old falafel.
We need to balance it, and
Just give it charges. It's
Yeah,
easy.
just go charges.
That she can repair and get more charges back. If it gets 0, it's gone forever.
Yep. It's fucking shredded.
No
What's
more
our
plates.
experience?
0, because you all suck.
What?
Dick.
Wow, someone's moody today. It was me.
You're
I
hungry.
kept trying to figure out. I think I figured out of character what's going on, but I feel like my character fucked up so many rolls, he doesn't know what the fuck's happening.
Well, I will give you XP in just 1 second. I just want to say to the audience, most Degenesis sessions from now on will be about 3 hours long, just because Coof needs to go to bed, so he can go to work.
Come on. You can't just pin that one on me.
I mean, you do. You have to go to. He has to wake up at like 5 a.m. So.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
Yeah.
just like letting you guys know that's why it's a little bit earlier today, and that's going to be the normal sitch. Yo.
Yeah.
Okay, so Aegon, you got 3 XP. Saka got 2, Delilah got 2, everybody else got 1.
Whatever. I did the
Not a
whole
lot
healer
happened.
shit.
You didn't heal anyone.
No, I
the
fought for.
dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I gave an extra one to Aegon for his intentionally not answering the question.
At no point did I ever disagree.
Which is why you never had to roll.
So smart.
Is bullshit. Delilah knows.
Does she, though?
She does.
She's pretty positive.
I don't know. I think.
She's gonna stab you in the throat.
Oh dear.
Damn.
I have a needle.
Oh my gosh. Don't kill each other.
Also, that whole steer clear of Lucio thing.
Well, I'm gonna kill him too.
Oh, okay.
So you're having a go at Aegon for being a serial killer of Anabaptists, and yet you're being a serial killer of Anabaptists.
I haven't serial killed anyone.
I haven't
You
serial
just
killed
said.
anyone.
You totally
I know, killing
have.
one person is not serial killing.
But it's the path. I have
How-
not killed anyone.
How many people has Delilah murdered over the course of this
I don't
campaign?
count people when we're in combat defending ourselves for our lives. That doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then outside of that, I think Aegon and William are both on 1 unarmed kill, and I think that might be it.
Mm-hmm.
Who did I kill unarmed?
Wasn't you who killed the guy in the bar who was hitting on Delilah?
The guy that came at me because I was Anabaptist,
Yeah,
so
but
I
it was
chopped
after,
his arm off.
It was after you had like beaten him,
Wait,
and
he
then
died?
you like murdered him.
He was unarmed after
Oh
I
yeah,
took his arm
he's
off.
super dead.
Disarmed.
Did we stuff him in a barrel?
Yes.
Oh yeah. That's
Oh, right, barrel dude.
I thought
Barrel
he was
dude.
like he was defeated and like the fight was over, and then you chose to kill him after like some conversation.
Well, I
Or
just
am
wanted to cut his
remembering it
hand off. You're the one who killed him, PB.
No, I guess in a way I'm the one who killed everyone.
You have to carry that weight, PB.
It's just
Carry
because I'm
that
a
weight
god of
for
the
a
game.
long, long time.
I'm the game god.
Okay, bye everyone.
Upgraded from Game Master.
Bye.
Oh wow, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.